black brother. He's an entrepreneur and coach, life coach. And when we say entrepreneur, he has so many different streams of income, businesses where he's giving back to the community. And most importantly, and last but not least, he's the voice of my generation. None other than brother Christion Willett.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. First, I just want to say thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do what I do, the purpose that God has called me to do, to speak to the younger generation, to speak to God's people. It's such an honor. It's such an honor that a pastor, first lady, my cousins, my family, that they saw me. They said, we need you to come because we know that you have a word. We know that you have a voice. We know that you have a message. So it's an honor for me to be here today. I want to thank every single person in this audience, from the two great children that came up here and did an amazing job. Thank y'all so much. And to the oldest and wisest person in the room, who has got us here by your wisdom, by your faith, who's led your family for generations. I'm just so honored to be here, and it's truly an honor for me to speak. And today, when I want to a little bit about me. My name is Christion Willett. I call myself the voice of my generation. Listen, I remember I was in college playing football, and I kept getting hurt. And I was so confused because I wanted to play so bad. I wanted to be so good. I worked so hard, but I could never just finish the whole season. I kept getting hurt, and I always felt like a disappointment. And my coach, he always kind of made me feel like a disappointment because I just knew he wasn't as proud as me, like you want somebody to be proud of you. See, when you play a sport, when you play football, you want your coach to be proud of you. It's kind of like your father. You want your father to be proud. And when you just don't do your best because of injuries, because of things you're going through, you feel like you let your coach down. And I'll never forget, at the end of this season, I was in my room, in my college room dorm. I was in Jackson, Tennessee, playing at Lane College. And I remember praying. I said, God, I need you to guide me. I need you to direct me. I need you to put me in the right place. I need you to direct my steps, because right now, I just feel like I'm just lost. I just feel like I just don't fit in. I just feel like that nobody's happy with me. And so I remember that next day I had a meeting with my coach, and I told myself, I said, God, if I go in this meeting and if coach accepts me, and if he loves me, and he tells me he needs me and he wants me to come back, then I'm going to stay here because I know that's where you're keeping me. But God, if he's in that room and that man does not need me, he does not want me to be here, God, just send me my way. And I'll never forget, y'all, I got in that meeting. That man, I played 10 straight games for this man. I had probably 50-some tackles. I started almost every game that I wasn't injured. I got in that office. He said, you were the worst player I ever seen. You were the worst kid I ever gave a scholarship to. He said, you looked horrible. He said, you quit on me multiple times all year when I had 2 concussions. I popped my AC joint in my shoulder. I missed like 2 games. He said, you quit on me all year. He said, why did you even come here? I looked at him, I said, Coach, I said, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. I thank you so much because God got a bigger plan for me. I thank you so much because God got a bigger purpose for me. And so at that moment, I went back home. I went to my room. I said, well, if I'm going to go home, I'm going to need a job. And I promise you, I applied to 1 million jobs. I applied to every job back home in the city of Memphis. And it was only one job that called me. And it was a job that was working with kids, coaching little kids soccer, motivating little kids, helping them be encouraged to learn the game of soccer through nursery rhymes and spending time with them. And I remember, I'm like, God, why is the job that you picked for me? And I remember as I went back home and I started to work with the kids. And then I started going back up to my high school, y'all. It was 2019. My graduation day was 2020. In 2019, I went back home. I started working with the kids. God started revealing my purpose to me. I started going back to my high school. I just wanted to give back to my high school. I just wanted to spend time with my players. I just wanted to spend time with the kids from my local high school. And now I'll never forget, I walked into the football locker room, and the football coach, he looked at me and he said, hey, I don't want you near me. I don't want you in here. You distracted my kids. And as I walked down, I was disappointed because I'm like, man, God, this is where I thought I was supposed to be, coming back, helping kids, giving back. I walked past the gym, the basketball coach, he was a new basketball coach. He said, come here, I remember you. I remember you was a hard worker. I remember how well you used to do with the kids. Come in, you can help coach basketball. I said, wow, really? He said, yeah, you can come help coach basketball. And I was on their campus coaching basketball at Germantown High School, first year, and had no experience, didn't even know nobody. And my coach just helped me get in. That was God's mission for my life. God pulled me back in so that I could work with the kids. Not only that, he said, when you graduate, you're going to have a job teaching. I ain't have to look for no job because God already did it for me. And so what I want to get at to here is, I want to tell you today that God did not create you to fit in. We live in a generation today where too many of us trying to fit in. Too many of us want to be cool. We think it's cool. We want to fit in with the folks that's selling dope. We want to fit in with the people that ain't living right. We want to fit in with the world. We want to fit in with the girl that's dressing like she just ain't got no sense. We want to fit in with the people who acting a fool. God did not create you to fit in. God didn't create you to fit in with this world. God didn't create you to be like this world. God didn't create you to live like other people live. God did not create you to fit in. God created you with a purpose. God created you with a gift. God created you with something unique that ain't nobody else got but you. God created you tailor-made. I remember when I was in my senior year, I went to the prom, I had to go get my suit fitted. The young lady I went to the prom with, she had to get her dress fitted. Can't nobody else get the same fit that I got. Can't nobody else get the same fit that young lady got. Can't nobody else got the same plan that God got for me. Ain't nobody else got the same gift that God got for me. God did not create me to fit in. I'm not like this world. I'm different. And God told me I'm different. God told me I'm chosen. God told me that there is a message in this room, and it's that we ain't got to fit in. And the reason what gave me this message, I am here today because God didn't create me to fit in. The same friends that was selling dope, that was sitting on the corner, they still doing the same thing today. God did not create me to fit in. My same friends, when I was in the gang, when we was jumping folks, stealing from folks, God made me walk away. God said, you not fit in with that crowd. God ain't created me to fit in. And it's a lot of people, and I remember when I was playing ball and I was y'all age, it's a lot of people that want to fit in so bad. You want to be so cool, you will go kill somebody to fit in. You want to be so cool, you will go disrespect the teacher because you want to fit in. You want to be so cool, you will go mess around behind folks' back and talk behind their back just because you want to fit in. Man, God ain't created you to fit in. God created you for his will and for his purpose and for his mission and everything that he has for your life. And so as we get into the message, I want to start with